The bear, having a sore tooth, walked into the dentist and sat himself among the people waiting. There was in front of him a desk and a woman behind it, but being a polite bear, he simply tipped his hat. She leaned forward. "Do you have an appointment?" "I'm a bear with a sore tooth." "Are you registered with us?" He pointed at the tooth. "We don't do NHS." The bear sat for a moment longer. A nurse came out. The bear stood up. "Mr. Jones." The bear's name was not Jones. "You need to register," said the receptionist. "Bear," he said. "I'm called Bear." "You need to provide evidence of your address." Another nurse appeared. The bear stood up again. "Miss Smith, we need to know if you're local. We don't take people who aren't local." He sat down. "There's a dentist in Willenhall. I've got a sore tooth. It's not far. There's a bus or two." "I'm a bear with a sore tooth." "Mr. Singh," said a third nurse. This time the bear didn't stand up. "We can see you as an emergency." "Sore tooth," said the bear. "It's £200. We've had a few people, well, you know how it is, money up front." "Bears are reliable. It's not that." The bear stood up. He walked past Mrs. Holmes, Miss Gupta, Mr. Roberts and Mr. Frobisher Hart. He reached the door to the dentist. The receptionist got up. She looked at the bear in front of her, then sat down again. He tore the door off and walked on. Mr. Jones, who had gone in 5 minutes before, ran into the waiting room. He was holding his cheek with one hand and going, "Bear!" with the other, although he was under anaesthetic, so it came out more of a grunt than a word. The receptionist put her face down. Mr. Jones stopped, then slowly went to the place he'd been sitting in before. He picked up a magazine. There was no sound for some time. Miss Smith appeared. She paid for her check-up. Then there was drilling. A little later the bear reappeared. "I dentist," he said. "That'll be—" The receptionist started, then stopped. The bear reached the door. "Mr. Holmes," he said. Mr. Jones stood up. He put Holmes and Gardens back on the table and went back into the dentist's chair, quiet as a mouse. No one said anything apart from Mr. Frobisher Hart, who's a bit deaf. "Had toothache, did he?" The girl next to him nodded. She liked the bear. He'd winked at her when he came in. Nice dentist, she thought. That's what I need.